25 years ago, my youngest sister died of spinal meningitis, and she died in September on the 26th, which would have then, when you fast forward it to 3 months, which is usually the time when you start to lose the numbness of the grief, it was Christmas. So I was determined that I was going to do this Christmas thing. And so I parked my car in a mall and sat there for a few minutes. Thought, no, I can do this. You can run into the mall, get some gifts, come right back out and be on your way. So I walked into the mall and came across a window display of stuffed animals, which my sister collected. And so I just stood there and thought, oh, I cannot do this, and turned around and walked out of the mall. In subsequent years, a friend of mine had told me about the memory tree. And so I thought, well, that's one way to get into the mall and, perhaps be able to actually shop as well. But the primary reason for going was to write a card and hang it on the tree and to sign the book of remembrance. And at the time, I knew the executive director of what was then Hospice and Palliative Care, but Palliative Manitoba. And I knew that she thoughtfully and tenderly cared for those cards after we had finished the season. So it really heartened me to know that my memory of my sister, my thoughts on Christmas were being taken care of. After doing that for a number of years, I decided that I wanted to do something different for my sister to honor her, and had become involved with Palliative Manitoba as a volunteer. And so I started to volunteer at the hospice memory tree. And I don't know how many years I did that, but I did find it just a great way to give back after receiving care from the organization for so many years. And I think one of the things I recognized were people like, oh, that person over there looks just like I did about, 5-6 years ago. And I could tell the people who were a little bit hesitant to come and approach the table. So I would get up and I'd organize the cards or do something, and then I'd turn around and draw them into the tree and tell them what Palliative Manitoba was doing, and have really good conversations. So it really was healing for me as well as it was for them. And so looking back, I think both the opportunity to attend the tree as somebody who benefited and was able to honor my sister in one way, and then to actually continue and volunteer, was an awesome experience for me and very healing for me. So I thank Palliative Manitoba for that experience.